Hello. We're going to just do the astrology oracle. And since we're all transcending our charts, we're going to look at what are we looking to transcend from our chart in the next month. Within the next month, what are we looking to transcend in our chart? So this is pick 1, pick 2, and pick 3. Okay, so take a deep breath. Use your own intuition to decide if one of these picks has a message for you. 1, 2, 3. We'll get started with pick 1. What things are pick 1 transcending over the next month? I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just... Mars, the way you use your masculine will, your free will, the way you use your free will, the way you put your efforts into something, the way you get started on things, your stamina for things, your drive, your will, your soldier energy, the energy you use for masculine things, the story you're telling about the life you want to live, whether it be internally or externally, the story that you're telling. You're working to transcend the story that you've been telling. Past life connection, you're looking to transcend a past life connection, meaning resolve any unfinished business that remains between you. And looking to transcend and utilize any tensions that exist within your life, even the more subtle tensions, and looking to the benefit of those. Any drama, any grief, you're looking to move through the grief and drama that you may have been stuck in. You may be changing careers. You may be transcending something in your career, your reputation, your standing in society. Transforming your Scorpio energy. So there's different stages of Scorpio energy, right? And oh, please excuse my hands. I just opened the tie-dyes that I did at a party yesterday, so ta-da! But anyway, the Scorpio evolves from, the scorpion to the eagle to the phoenix. So you're going to be taking this up a notch, wherever Scorpio is in your chart, or it could be you in general. And something that you got a glimpse of, at one point, and like the bigger picture view will be coming in. It's like something small, something that started small, you'll be seeing the bigness of it. You're letting go of abusive patterns, either ones that you are perpetuating or accepting. You're getting a handle on the things that tantalize you, the things that are tempting you. Unrequited love. You're overcoming, transcending unrequited love. So any outright tensions that you have in your life, like big ones, like, I don't want to say opposition because this is a square, and that means there's a lot of tension between energies that aren't working well together, and that could be within yourself or within you and someone else. We've got 3 days for timing, so a lot of this may come into awareness within 3 days, and this could all be pertaining to one situation within the next 3 days, which is coming to an end. Okay? So the way that we transcend things is the same way we integrate anything. It's to acknowledge, validate, accept, and then love the part of us that experienced it. So that's That's the only thing left I have to say about this situation. So if you know your astrology chart, you may want to look at these things in your chart, especially your 10th house. Any sextiles that you have relating to, like, maybe Pholus, squares with Scorpio, you know. And we just had a full moon, and we have another one. So we did talk about this happening within the next month, but actually the other full moon was like 3 days ago. So we just had a full moon 3 days ago. So this may have all just happened, and now this might be just an explanation of what has already happened for you. Basically transcending a situation where there was unrequited love, but you were still tantalized towards it. There's a lot of drama around it, and you needed to use your free will and change the story that you were telling yourself about it. And the purpose is that you were clearing up some past life karma. Okay? Okay. Okay, pick one. I'm going to put these back into the bucket. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time. I picked two. So in case you didn't know what this is, it's the wrap that I put around my braid when I wear a side braid. It's copper, and these are opalite. And we're going to use the astrology oracle to talk about the things that you're transcending from your chart in the next month. 8th house things, so under the surface, things that people don't talk about, and the reason that your soul is on Earth. The reason your soul is on Earth, that bigger picture view. This is heliocentric, means the view from the sun. So when we look at our astrology chart, oftentimes we're looking at our geocentric chart, so the chart with the view from the Earth. But this is referencing your heliocentric chart, so maybe it's the 8th house of your heliocentric chart, which actually the heliocentric chart does not have houses. So maybe just things that pertain to Scorpio, or wherever you find things in your geocentric chart in the 8th house, maybe look at how those relate to you from your heliocentric view. Yeah, getting that higher view on 8th house things. And you're transcending anything that keeps you out of euphoria or causes like a false sense of euphoria. And you're looking at like Jupiter issues. Jupiter, bringing justice to a situation through Jupiter. Jupiter's a beneficial influence, so there'll be justice coming to a situation. A situation where you put a lot of time in, and specifically with another person, and then they walked away. So that's what happened to Ariadne. She invested in someone, and then they walked away. So of course there had to be something in Ariadne's shadow that allowed her to do that, right? So maybe you're going to be looking at things like that. But still, if you put a lot of investment in something or someone, you will get justice. You know, this is a cause and effect place that we're living, you know, so it may not be that that person returns it, but there will be justice served in a way, meaning not revenge, but that you'll get back what you put out. Yeah, you're maybe closing the cycle on being that, you know, in that situation where you're only giving from one side, from a shadow. Yeah, maybe you were giving from a shadow. It was just a repeating cycle, perhaps. So you're transcending this cycle. Maybe it was causing, like, maybe you were getting good feelings off of it. It was how you let yourself feel good. There's some imbalance in the situation, in a situation that you're transcending. May have tied to Jupiter in your chart. You're ending a situation. There's something that's over. And transcending the way that you're in service. And it could even pertain to food service. Oh, this reminds me of, I just did a video on bridging the gap between hope and faith. And if you're transcending something and it's hope, It's like maybe you're transcending the hope in a situation, for a situation to be returned to you or requited. But when you transcend the hope for this, maybe you're slipping into faith. You might want to take a look at that video. There's a turning point. You're transcending this turning point, this crossroads, because it was time to. It was time to take a new route. The cycle of karma is being transcended. We've got the timing of 1 week. Aquarius, finding a new view, a forward-thinking view, a humanitarian view, the view that includes the win-win-win for everybody. You are using an oracle, becoming an oracle. You're transcending something that you found out through an oracle. Yes, things have been renegotiated. Yes, something is ending that you had previously understood. So you may want to consult your oracle again to learn what the new plan is with this. Yes, you'll be getting your gift out of the situation. You've cleared the karma. You're transcending the karmic pattern that you were stuck in for quite some time. You know, however long it was, repeating the cycle until... Yeah, but Ariadne did this for a long time. So, but Jupiter's going to set the scale straight. Okay? Yeah. There's some sort of gift about yourself, a gift that you have, like meaning a skill or some ability, something that will be bestowed upon you, the gift of prophecy perhaps, but you've cleared the karma that you needed to clear in order to receive this, okay, or that's what you will be doing over the next month, and specifically perhaps even just this next week, okay? Alright, pick 2. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time. You may want to look at your chart for any of those things, you know, see what's happening in your chart in those regards, but basically that is the message. I picked 3. You chose the little wishing well charm, the globe. Please excuse my fingers, I just unwrapped my tie-dyes that I did at a party yesterday. So, I'm going to move this over here, and we're asking the Astrology Oracle for messages about what you are transcending in this next month. What from your chart are you transcending in the next month? You may want to look at these things in your chart specifically, or this will give you a message. So you won't need to if you're not familiar or you don't have an astrologer to do that for you. Transcending hope. So I just did a video on bridging the gap between hope and faith. So you may want to take a look at that. But if you've been hopeful about a situation, you're transcending that hope. So in my video, I'm talking about how hope is the vibration of always wishing for something. And faith is just knowing that it's yours. Knowing that it will happen for the highest good of all, you know? And so it's an actual higher vibration. And so if you're transcending hope, it might have something to do with that. There's been something like detaining you, keeping you from a certain something, like distracting you maybe even for years. I mean, this could have happened for years. Maybe it was this hope. And it was a karmic cycle that you were in. You are now transcending it. You're transcending the distraction. You're just transcending the karma. And you're transcending the sadness that may have resulted because of this situation. Oshun is the, I believe, like the goddess of the ocean, perhaps, but she's an African goddess, a deity maybe. She's very powerful. And if she's working with you, I think that you had a divine mission here. And it's the Hopi are the ones who were restoring the goodness to Earth after it was ravaged. So perhaps it's like you're figuring out your role and how to do that. Yeah. Transcending the difficulties with taking the first steps out of a stuck situation. Transcending any difficulties around fame that you may have, like discomfort with it, a dislike of it, or judgment about it. You know, getting your worth from fame. You know, you would be transcending something like that if that were something that was happening. You're transcending limitations that you have within yourself, a sadness that you've been carrying for quite some time, but also any false hope that you carried. Any commitments that you made that cannot be honored are being transcended. And you're doing this by with the fire, burning it. So maybe you like write down a commitment that you can't honor any longer, and you burn the contract. You know, something like that. You're transcending the limitations that you feel by being on Earth. Yeah, you have been serving a karmic pattern. Okay, it may be very sad to realize that's what you've been doing, being stuck and distracted by. Specifically in the mythology, Calypso was distracting Odysseus from his true love by singing her song and keeping his attention. You know, it was like a magic being used to distract him from his calling, his true path. And so you may be being set free from that, and there may have even been a commitment that you made. But in the mythology, Calypso does let Odysseus go under the urgence of Zeus. Zeus makes her do it. Okay, Eros is passionate love. Yeah, so I think you had been distracted from something that is meant for you. And you're transcending that. You're transcending maybe even your idea about what that is and what that means. And you're transcending any, like, curse or family pattern that was making it hard to be the best parent you could be. We got 1 week for timing. Pythia, the Oracle, and this is, a lot of this energy is repeating from pile 2 or pick 2, so you may have been drawn to both piles, but you're transcending a prediction, a prophetized thing. And you're transcending the imbalance in a situation, especially a contract, especially a commitment that you had made, especially in the way that you use oracles. Oh. Tenth house, career, reputation, and how you make a living. You may be transcending limitations that you had on those things. So look at your 10th house if you are able to read your chart. Take a look, see what's going on there, and plug in some of these asteroids. You've got 5708, 58, 408, 53, 2938, 432, 248, 433. Look at these asteroids within your chart. See what falls in your 10th house. See what angles are being activated, and see where there's some imbalance. It says equadrate. You are transcending something in your psyche. So the thing in your psyche that allowed you to be susceptible to this karma, right? You're transcending it now. That's why the karma is stopping. You're overcoming it. And you're transcending any limitation that you had by being stubborn, slow-moving, stuck, or only focused on sensual things, or anything in Taurus. You may have Taurus in the 10th house. You may have it elsewhere. But you may want to look at that. Where is Taurus in your chart? What would you need to transcend about the way that you're experiencing Taurus energy? Okay. Well, thank you, Pick 3. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time.